Live now. Shalom, 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 laha, alahayim. Peace, peace, peace to the gods. All right, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and speckled bird brothers scattered among the heathen that may look like the heathen are the true Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High power. Repent and come back to your power. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Hakwadash. Double honors into the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do rule well, who we learn this 100% truth from, who are the true leaders of all Israel, all so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, speckled bird, in the truth, out the truth, today. Who are, as we believe through the faith, are the renowned men reincarnated uh, throughout all of the elect spirits that are either in the spiritual realm or here in the physical realm. I want to give a special shalom to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, starting with the governing body, which is the 144,000, 12,000 men of each tribe of Yasha'Allah. He, princes of the power, as well as the remaining 1/3 of men, women, and children who are not only hearers of this gospel, this good news, but doers of it as well, man. So to you, we say shalom. We the sons of Yashala camp out here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We're doing a virtual camp today. All right. Lord willing, this is edifying unto the elect as we serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai on the unicorn, which is symbolic in the scriptures to the internet, referring to the unihorn, the one horn, feed horn that goes into the satellites that is able to broadcast this gospel to the four winds of the earth. The topic for today, all right, is lockdowns and martial law, man. All right, so there is a big talk, major talk amongst the body, because we are one body, have one spirit, all right, referring to alternative media sources, whether it's true or not, that in mid-September to October, kind of referring InfoWars, Alex Jones, but there's also others, naturalnews.com, uh, Full Spectrum Survival, so on and so forth, that is talking about in the coming weeks, that the sleepy, creepy Jim Crow Snow Joe administration is um, preparing for a more intensive uh, viral biological warfare slash climate change lockdown that high military personnel and even TSA higher management level people are getting meetings and disclosures on upcoming mass mandates and curfews and things of that nature for government employees, starting first and then eventually trickling down to your regular Joe Schmo on the street corner in the divided streets of America, the divided states of America. Okay? So, um, and the elder Maccabee just said a full-blown shutdown by December he's seen today. So there's a lot of talks that is out there referring this, and I actually wanted to get a quick scripture before I close it down on my end and open up the floor uh, for anybody else. So I'm gonna start off in the book of Second Esdras, and we are going to go to We're going to go to, I'm going to start at verse 17 in chapter 15. And it reads, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So why did I bring this out? So they're saying that you're not going to be able to get on planes. You're not going to be able to take public transportation. You're not, the same things that we are going through, but it's going to be even more highly enforced. And a lot of people is not going to want to deal with it. And if you don't want to deal with it, you're not going to be able to cross into the city. Now, we all heard about the orchestrated Maui, Hawaii fires, man, with the direct energy weapon systems owned by the great whore of Babylon, who writeth the beast, which is funny because one of the scriptures that came to my mind was that, you know, he made miracles like fire coming down from heaven in Revelation 13, man. You know, which is specifically talking about the atom bombs back in the day and so on and so forth. But um, you know, other nations, when they figure out that this type of kingdom, queendom, has this type of technology, and if they don't worship the image of the beast being the ancient revived Roman Empire, now known as NATO and the EU, and they have the image, the carbon copy, the same type of military and political system as that old Roman Empire, and you don't worship the ways of the Western civilization, NATO and the EU and America, then shit, we can do shit like that to you, you know? And they're how they're gonna create smart cities and rebuild, you know, uh, from the destruction that they created, which is all Hegelian dialectic: problem, reaction, solution, order out of chaos, ordo ab chaos. So, you know, what we coming into, you know, Elder Malcolm did it first, you know, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah to Elder Malcolm. And then Elder Apostle Tahar did a response video on it, referring to it's here, you know, because he did it on his, I think it was the GMS Maccabean Spirit Bar and the critical, yeah, I think it was that one. So, but the fact that, um, you know, these lockdowns and the talks of this type of nature, and look, the only people that know about it is people that are watching, the watchmen. You know, so I'm gonna let it go off on this. If any brother got some precepts of me seeing that, saying that, you know, is coming to your head, more than welcome to bring it out. But it's just noticing you bring this up, talking about these lockdowns or the do weapons that was enacted upon Hawaii and so on and so forth. You talk to the regular Joe Schmo, they don't know what the fuck is going on. But see, the Mosai put a spirit upon the elect spirits to stand upon their watch and be watchmen and to see what's really going on in the world. You see what I'm saying? In the financial sector, world news, World War III news in the Levant region, right? And filter everything through the scriptures. So that's all I have to say on that. I'll give the floor up to the Aki.
Brother got a precept, anybody?
Go ahead, Yada.
I just wanted to rattle this precept off real quick, and this is Second Ezra, the 5th chapter, verse 8, and it says, "There shall be confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent unto again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and monstrous women shall bring forth monsters." And really, that's the end all be all of why these motherfuckers is so confused as to what's going on, man. Like the brother Taz Apanya was talking about, man. All these things going on in these last days, and these people are you know, not even in the mindset of understanding what's going on, man.
Khan, and I can add something to that. Let me pull it up real quick. Real quick. in the book of Second Esdras again, and that's crazy because we literally living out. You see what I'm saying? Second Esdras, man, and that's a crazy, you know, statement to bring because Second Esdras chapter 15 and 16. When you first read those two chapters, you probably was mind blown, flabbergasted, man. You know what I'm saying? That these type of things that the scriptures is talking about is actually going to come to pass. So as I get the book of Second Esdras, Salakia for the disturbance in the background, man. Um, but let's see here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Yes, Second Esdras 16 and 21, and it reads, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case." You see, because things is, people is feeling the inflation, but you still able, you might struggle, but you like, man, I get to feed myself, my woman, my children, my family, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal, right? So if we understand what's about to come, just imagine somebody that have their head up their ass, man, right? So if we continue to go on, it says that they shall, yeah, and even then, see, shall evils. Remember, evils is a compound word, eve and ill, time, eve, ill, bad times. So bad times grow upon the earth. See, so it's going to compound. It's going to have a compounding effect. Just like your money, supposedly in a savings account, interest is compounded either every month or every year. When it's funny because with fractional banking, reserve banking, or whatever, they actually use your money to make money, but then they give you little pennies on the dollar, acting like as if your money is compounding value over fucking time. But that's what the evils is going to do on the earth, right? So it goes on to say, sword, famine, and great confusion. So just like how the brother, the elder Yada, Yatazakak brought out, as far as this confusion, not just regular confusion, great confusion is going to be grown upon the earth. So when this lockdown, Lord willing, it do happen, because this is 2023, the hopeful year of all prophecies coming to pass. And if this shit comes down again where it's a stricter lockdown, which I've actually heard, I remember being behind them walls, man, and somebody showed me a video, all right, on the telefono, all right, and it was an old ex-FEMA worker, female, and she said they're using the boa constrictor method. What is the boa constrictor method? Is where they tighten things where you can't have certain freedoms, and then they let go for you to get air thinking that you're going to live. And when you get that full more air, they tighten it even harder. You see what I'm saying? So that's what a boa constrictor does. It tightens you. You see what I'm saying? In order to get that last gasp out of you, they let you get that oxygen inside of you, and then they completely compress it and then kill you on the final strike, the final contraction. All right. So this might be that final contraction. This last year and a half, 2 years, all right, probably a year and a half or a year, probably was that, yeah, get to have your fun, your city girl summer. You see what I'm saying? Passenger princess, go and have all of this liberty and freedom. And you thought that it was bad back in 2020. Wait till 2023, 2024 hit. And it's funny, the movie Songbird that came out in 2021, right, showed that there was a so-called virus that was in 2023, where people had to have those uh, wrist passcodes with the QR code on it in order for them to go into one district or another. I don't know if any brothers seen that movie, Songbird or something like that, but it was just very eerie. So we might be in that time, man. We might be in that time. Shalom.
Anybody got some?
Yeah, just to land back off of what the brother Taz was saying, and why all this is going down, I put in the chat, Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. which woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, you know, for the devil cometh down with great wrath, for if he have but a short time, roughly paraphrasing, and that's what this is all about. These moves are strategic because E knows he has a short time here, man, left in rulership. If anybody else want to land back.
And he does, and he's gonna bare his teeth, man. He's about to show himself to be, that bite biting, beast of a man that he is, man. And the world's gonna see him for who he is. And a matter of fact, they already have, man. Look at all the African countries that are joining us, Russia, and this, that, the next thing that's going on geopolitically, man. It's a bad time to be a so-called Edomite, man, in regards to, your relationship with the rest of the world. I got a quick precept to land back off of both the brothers, man, because the brother got Second Ezra chapter 16 and 69. This is Isaiah chapter 63 and 3, and it says, I have trodden down the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, man. This is speaking on Yahushua, man. And I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, man. The Lord is about to show you, why he was called Al Shaddai, man. Why you should fear him, man. Because he is that a power that should be feared, man. Okay? And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain on my remnant, man. Right. And for the day, verse 4, Salakia, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem has come, man. Lord willing, like the brothers have said, man, this is that hopeful year that all these things come to pass, man. Hopefully this is the year that the Lord's anger shall come upon the earth, man, with great wrath. And that's what we see being set up right now in the present day, man, with these lockdowns coming back, with these fires in Maui, with everything going on geopolitically, in this talks of WW3. So it's on and popping, man. It's popcorn prophecy out here, popping left and right, man. So we just got to do our due diligence and hold the faith, man. We may be out of here soon.
Shalom, Akim. I didn't want to interrupt while y'all brothers was getting y'all lessons in. I just want to say shalom.
Hey, shalom, elder.
Y'all bashem, y'all shabashem, kakarash brakita. Well said. Like y'all brothers don't mind. Like the brother Tazapani was speaking on the boa constrictor construct, and how Esau is, or Uncle E is moving his plan along with this draconian law that they're going to put into effect. I've been hearing about, like I'm sure all y'all brothers been watching, but I've been hearing that come December they want to implement a full blown lockdown again, just to completely have us in the crib by December. So if it plays out that way, man, and I'm looking at the inflation clock right now, I'm just looking at $10,000, maybe like, let's say 1990 to now, shit, it's a $13,000 difference, man. That's a lot just for how much the inflation rate is, man. That shit is out of pocket. Like, can't afford anything. So if that constrictor theory goes into effect, then this dollar is done, which just brings me to the script I was gonna grab real quick. It's just James 5:1, because it's over with, man. You got the dollar slipping out of here. All Esau's little attempts to pull the wool over your eyes and do fuck shit is over with. They getting rejected all over the earth. They about to do something drastic. But Slovakia, I'm trying to pull this up here real quick.
If I can add, Elder, I saw something which I was speaking to the beloved brother out there in the GMSDC camp, Zebulon Warrior, Zabawalon Gabar, back a couple months ago. And I told him that back then, the so-called national debt was about at 31 trillion. I told him, I was like, yo, it wouldn't be surprising if at 33 trillion, and we all know about the number 33,
Right.
that they crashed this shit. Now we at 32 trillion and hitting that tipping point. And remember, the beginning of October is the new fiscal year. Fiscal going back into taxes, monetary things for the banking system. So they, instead of January or instead of April, they restart their cycle, so to speak, in October. So, just how all of these things is coming together like that, and they love to work in numbers. You see what I'm saying? These Freemasons, these people that, worship Lucifer. But it's funny, we know that what Lucifer really is, which is Latin for light bearer, which is basically these left-handed illuminaries, the international banking family. So these people thinking that they worship either uh, Jehovah or Allah in the higher ranks of this Masonic system, not knowing that they worship Satan, but they really worship in the physical counterpart, which is these international banking families of the tribe of Amalek, because they're doing the agenda of Amalek, because Amalek is getting everything that they got going on from the spiritual demon Satan, man. So if they got people all up in the U.S. Treasury, agents from the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, and we all know that they're working together in a almost compartmentalization, like Azar would like to talk about regarding with the beasts, the Great Whore's military system, where this department don't talk to or don't know that you're working on the same project with these people over here until to keep treason and things of that nature out of the way, and they're all working together like Hydra, like fucking Captain America Marvel series, one little leg of a fucking Loch Ness monster to build this fucking full system that they want to be a part of. Shalom.
No, Khan, well said, brother. Khan, yes, a bunch of little broken down different parts of it to make it work, and then all lo and behold, like you said, you got basically like Godzilla and Hydra about to come together because you got the Eastern powers kind of breaking away from Esau, obviously, and joining onto the bear, and they don't need the whore anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't need that raggedy bitch that been telling them what to do, uh, and rape, robbing, and murder in their countries while living deliciously off of their backs as well. Them countries, them middle, them falsely Middle Eastern countries, which we know as Western Asia, uh, and as well as them Hamite nations down in Africa, man. They don't had it with Esau, man. They don't want to deal with them no more, which is causing his system, his wealth, to fall apart, kind of like Daniel had spoken of in I believe chapter 7. But I'm got James 5:1 here. I'm just gonna read it real quick, and then y'all brothers can land back and bring what you want to the table. This is James 5:1, and it reads, Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. For your garments are corrupted, your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. All right, so all the wealth and all the wicked things that Esau did in the name of the mighty dollar, man. And man, you gonna burn in it with that dollar, man. All right, it's gonna crash, and that's gonna be the end of you. It's not gonna save you. It's not gonna do anything for you in the end game, man. All right. Shalom, y'all brothers, go ahead, man. If you got something.
Hey, just to land back for the elder, if somebody want to grab Sirach 10:8, because I'm on the phone and I can't leave the app without it turning off the speaker.
I'll get it for you up.
I could roughly paraphrase it real quick, or I could get it, but because of unrighteous dealings and riches got by deceit, the kingdom shall be translated from one people to another. Roughly
Go ahead.
paraphrase.
Go ahead and break it down, bro.
Hey, Con, and you're seeing this play out again, and this also happened, to us as Israel. You know what I mean? Because we went off and angered the Most High, our kingdom was translated to another. And then we're seeing this also replay in this modern time with Esau Edom. And that's all I wanted to say. Salaki.
Nah, that's a beautiful point, Azara, because Galatians 6 and 7, for God is not mocked. For whatever a man shall sow, the same shall he reap. And Israel sown unrighteous dealings, and riches got by deceit, man. So the Most High said, y'all want to do that wicked ass shit, even though you're my people, I don't have respect of persons. I do love you above all other nations, but I'm gonna rip this fucking kingdom from you and give it to a base people, man. The basis of men. All right, because he setteth up the kingdoms over another, as it's roughly paraphrased in the book of Daniel, man. So we're just hoping, Lord willing, which we know he's a man that shall not lie, that he keeps his promise, that he's going to set up this kingdom of righteousness with the people that he planned to do it for since the beginning of time. Shalom.
Come, well said, brother. And that's the case, bro. And we've reached that point. We've reached the tipping point, so to speak, man, where you're starting to see the prophecies come to pass and happen every day, and Esau is falling from power, which is a beautiful thing, man. It's an absolutely beautiful thing to witness, because Isaiah 42 and 22 reads that we're a people robbed and spoiled, man, and preyed upon in the streets. And it's the truth, man. Whether it's Jake preying upon Jake, whether it's you getting caught up in these wicked drug or these wicked court systems and prison systems, and the way that they play the game once they got a hold of you in there, whatever it may be, man. All right, being blamed for every crime, spoken ill of for everything you do in Babylon, always being the bad guy, having your face plastered all over the news and the internet. When Esau's doing all this robbing, killing, stealing, raping, and pillaging in the background, and it's just being allowed to do it, man. But go ahead if anybody got one.
Well, that's why in Psalms, I want to say it's chapter 17, I could be mistaken, where the psalmist probably was David, because I know David wrote most of the earlier Psalms, and then Asaph was more in the middle of the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s Psalms. But either way, was the Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, deliver me from thy sword, which is the wicked, which is thy sword. Salakia, roughly paraphrasing. You see what I'm saying? So just like how you said, see, David even knew, the psalmist even knew that the Most High is the one that put these people to punish us, man, to do all these type of things unto us, man. You see what I'm saying? And just if we're going to talk about what the topic was, martial law, lockdowns, dual weapons, biological warfare, chemtrails, fluoride, asparmate, whatever how you say that shit, fucking, all this, the plastics, biohazards, nanotechnology, nano dust, fucking just a bunch of devils doing devilish shit because they're wiser than Daniel, because it was given that intelligence from on high on the left-hand side of that wicked energy that the Most High created, Isaiah 45 and 7, all right, for them to be encompassed through their fleshly bodies, man, because they was estranged from the womb. So they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, but us in the spirit is basically saying, hurry up with it, because we know exactly what's going to happen according to the scriptures, man. Bring this sea hit, man. Bring it on, Esau. You feel me? Because we know exactly that the Most High, when you about to reach the fill your belly and your sufficiency, the Most High is going to tear your ass down, man. You see what I'm saying? You're only going to get a glimpse, a fucking little taste, like a dog. You feel me? You let him just smell, and he's saliving from the little doggy treat. You feel me? That basically a new world order. He gonna get a glimpse of what a small percentage of what a God really feel like. You feel me? And then the true gods is gonna come down from heaven after being beamed up. You know what I'm saying? When them ICBMs destroy this wicked ass kingdom, and they're gonna see what true power looks like. They'll never feel it, but they'll see it through the Lord's men. Shalom.
True power. But
Con,
this
that's
this
heavy. I was
scripture,
thinking of
Amen.
Amos 3 and 6 when he was bringing that out, because we know at the end of the day in this truth that everything has to go through the order of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And shall there be evil done in the city, and the Most High not done it? You see what I'm saying? So the Esau's being allowed to carry out these things to further complete, his part or his act in the Most High's movie or play, if you will. Salakia.
And I, just wanted to mention too, and as long as brothers have been around in this truth and speaking on this, and I'm sure the others could feel the same. Man, they've been saying this for so long, and niggas was scoffing. Niggas was scoffing. I'm telling you, and now where they at, man? They ain't got nothing to say. They're out here talking about trying to seek little inquiries and little, hey man, can I talk to you? Hey, remember that shit you was telling me, all that shit coming to pass, and you almost don't even want to speak to these niggas because you like, man, I've been told y'all, but no one wanted to listen then. But it's a lot, just because with some of the things that are gonna come, man, because it went from all that hatred to it's gonna turn to admiration, and it's gonna turn to hate, man. And that hate that we gonna have to bear. I just wanted to bring out real quick, Mark 13:13, and it reads, "And ye shall be hated of all men, Salakia, of all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure to the end, that same shall be saved." All right, because we about to go through it. I mean, from the lack of food to the lack of shelter to the lack of the ability to generally do anything that we've been allowed to do in our lifetimes, we about to go through it for real. So without the Most High, man, it's an impossible task. So Lord willing, he get us through this. The brother Tazapani good.
Let me say this real quick too. I got a precept that kind of wraps from what Taz said to the brother Zara and what you was talking about, man. This is Job chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 12, and it says, "He disappoint the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise," man. All right, so like the brother Tazapani was talking about, man, right as they're about to fulfill their belly, right as they're about to establish themselves in this new world order that they've been trying to establish, man, in the Most High is going to snatch the carpet right from underneath them, man. All right, via these UFOs, these tic tacs that the scriptures are talking about, man, that these so-called white men are having counsel on now. You know what I'm saying? To the brothers out here teaching on the highways and the byways to his elect, man, and also the Lord himself gonna come with his heavenly host, man. The Lord is about to utterly destroy this place, man. The wicked are about to get to right where they're about to eat, man. The Lord gonna slap the food out their mouth, man. Verse 13, it says, "He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, all right, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong," man. All right, all these devils things that they have wrapped up for us, man. All right, from the the bubonic plague that they have somewhere in the lab, ready to unleash on the people, man. From these lockdowns to the your dollar not meaning nothing, from not being able to buy nothing, not being able to pay your bills, thousands of people going homeless daily. This thing is a wrap, man. All right, and the devil has done this all by design, man.
Consulat, I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to, ask if y'all brothers had seen maybe the video. I think Malcolm had it on his video. So if you saw his GMS Maccabean Spirit, I believe he did it on, or maybe it was Maccabean Spirit, but where the people in New York was wilding because they wouldn't let them go into the store without the the old MOTB, and they wouldn't let them pay with cash or debit. Yeah, so basically they was being denied the old way, man, and they wild out. Like, so people are gonna reject this thing, man. In the beginning, like it's kind of like the beginning of a rebellion, man. They gonna reject it and wild out and break shit and destroy shit. But you lock them down, you lock them in, lock them up, keep them hungry, turn them against each other, That it'll stop after a while, and that's the gameplay. I guarantee you that's the start gameplay. But go ahead, got it.
Hey, well,
I
Salakia.
was
Oh,
go ahead.
okay. Now I was just gonna say, I seen that too, and I did my little research, and I don't know if y'all brothers remember Kai Kanat, the Twitch streamer.
Yeah, I
They,
was gonna say that too.
Con.
Yeah.
oh, okay, so Yada's going, yeah. So, Elder Pastor and Elder Malcolm, I don't know if they, went into it fully, and it was coming out that was just footage from the 2 weeks ago when the New York City riots was happening, when he was trying to push out that PS5, because it was a bunch of little niggas. You see what I'm saying? Talking about suck my dick. You feel me? Going crazy, and you had some TikTok people trying to make it seem like, um they can't get food because they don't have the micro C hip in their hand. Now we know Amazon, the Whole Foods is not about the micro C hip, is about the palm recognition print. So if it was people rioting because they won't let them get food for their palm print, that's one thing, but they haven't mandated at any store, as far as my research has concocted, for accepting only micro C hip payments. You know what I'm saying? But we know that it's a palm where you have to basically connect your bank account to your palm, which is a precursor to the digital ID. They want to know that you is you, because every person has their personal hand palm print, so to speak, which is getting them prepared for the C hip in your hand, and you wave it, over that. So I just wanted to put that out there, you know what I'm saying? Just hopefully that gave a little bit more edification on the video. So Yada was going to say it, so that's two witnesses right there.
Con.
Yeah.
God. No, no, I will say this though. Just in my experience around the town recently, I can't use just my credit card anymore. I have more success paying with things with my phone or with via the chat function than I do actually inserting my card into these machines now, and I think that's by design as well. Um, I wanted to grab one more scripture if y'all brothers didn't mind. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and we start at verse 31. And it says, "When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all of the holy angels with him," all right, we know what that's speaking on. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats, man. So, hey, man, this kumbaya thing, that the world wants you to be on, man, it's not of the scriptures, man. All right? And he shall set the sheep on the right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Come ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world, man. Hey, so we on the brink of the foundation of the true world, man, the forever world, man, the kingdom of heaven that's going to be here on earth for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Devices of these wicked men, the devices of the heathen and the super heathen Edom, all right, they're going to fall short, man, utterly to the Lord, man. They don't got nothing prepared for that holy host, man, and the 144 that's going to be joined unto them, man. Shalom, Salaki.
Shalom. Can you brothers hear me?
Come, we got you all.
Con.
Yeah, I like to line back off what the brother Chaz was talking about, because this devil is a serpent. He's a snake, and he explained the killing method of that snake perfectly. It's the constrict, let loose, and constrict method, right? So I got a scripture I wanted to bring out. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." And how were they going to get these people locked back in these houses to bring in this new world order? First, what are they using? They're using first. They're going to lead off with what? The climate change. Why? Because they're burning up forests. They just use the weapon like Tazapani was talking about, the DEW, the do, over there in Maui. So they're really trying to push this agenda of climate change, you know, in order to lock you people down. They're saying that you're the problem. Uh, the you're the people breathing out that CO2 and causing all the problems on the earth. You know what I mean? And that's just one method that they're going to use. And I wanted to say that because what does the boa do? It constricts you. Where can you go when you're locked in by the snake? There's nowhere you can go. You know, so what else is the devil using? He's using evil. How so? You know, he's bringing all these type of agendas out to where it's like you can't even uh, talk about another person's gender. You know what I mean? He's going to lock you down for that. You know, and what else is he using? He's using pestilence. Right now, they're talking about a surge of the COVID 19 making a comeback. You know, they're using that mischief and trying to plague you people in the mind as far as getting you worried about this pestilence again. You know, so they can get you where they want you. And this reminds me of a scripture because, you know, again, that constrict method, there's nowhere for you to go. And I wanted to bring out Amos 5 and 19. It says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into his house, and he leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. So he's not leaving you any options. You know, he's burning up the land. He's killing off cattle. He's destroying these warehouses of food, and that reminds me of a scripture. I'm sure one of you brothers can bring it out for me. He's destroying the food so that you can only depend on him, so that you can only go down for Egypt for help instead of leaning on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shine these times to come and stand up and gird your loins like a man and have faith, you know?
Khan, in Proverbs it says that the borrower is servant unto the lender. So just like how you said, you gotta go to him for everything. You're borrowing things from him, which is the whole purpose of this banking system through credit and things of that nature. They want you to be a slave because servant and slave is synonymous. But I had a quick precept. Well, it's a couple precepts really in Ezekiel chapter 28, referring to this devil. All right. On how you said, you know, with the climate change, because I seen a TikTok, and it looked like a perceived to be an Edomite saying basically like, you know, is it climate change or are they changing the climate? And he was showing patents from their websites on weather modification, man. So this is Ezekiel 28, so on that verse 1, it says, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, saying to the prince of Tyrus, thus saith Yahweh, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power, I sit in the seat of Elohim, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not Elohim, though thou set thine heart as the heart of Elohim. So, the prince of Tyrus is symbolic here for the actual ancient man that ruled in Tyre, which, you know, Tyre and Zidon would be your modern day Lebanon landmass today, which was still a part of the northern kingdom's inheritance. Okay. But this is symbolic, all right, to these Edomites, the specifically the international banking families, those that are in the top, the prince type seats, all right, of the stock of Edom. Okay, so their heart is lifted up. That goes back to Habakkuk, chapter 2. Their heart is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And we know the just are the Israelites. But it says that um, that they trying to say that they are power, that they sit in the seat of the Most High. You see, which goes back to Second Thessalonians, you know, and we're revealing who that wicked are that want to claim that they're God, man. You see, um, so the Most High says thou art a man and not God. And we know God is translated from Elohim, which means powers. So they claim to be a power, but the Most High is telling us, man, he ain't no fucking power, man. You see what I'm saying? I control him, man. I'm the true power. You feel me? They have a deception, an illusion like they have some type of fucking power, man. And they don't, man. All right? It says, verse 3, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. And remember, Daniel, when you go back to chapter 1 in Daniel, he was excelled in all the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, in the mystery, so to speak. He was a very learned man. All right, if you wanted to understand in these days, he was magna summa cum laude of an Ivy League school of Cambridge or Oxford University, with his doctorates and a minor in this and that. You see what I'm saying? That's what Daniel would have been like in the ancient world. You see what I'm saying? With correct knowledge. All right. It says that there is no secret that they can hide from thee. So the technology that this devil has, man, like what is presumed to have been used, all right, which makes plausible sense based on the nature of fires and steel's melting point, all right, that it was high concentrated fire, all right, from patented military Department of Defense type weaponry to be used on the citizens of America, man. You see what I'm saying? Because Hawaii is a state of Babylon. Continuing on, it says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. And that's how you know it's talking about them international banking families, all right, specifically of the tribe of Amalek. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, all right, a traffic is a merchant. All right, merchants are nothing but brokers, Wall Street brokers, and things of that nature, which go into banking. Okay, continuing on, it goes on to say, "And thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches." And remember, Amalek's father, which was Esau's son, is named Eliphaz. In the Lashon HaKodash, it is Allah Yapaz, which means my God is gold. Allah, God, Yah, my God, Paz, gold. Okay? So if Esau's son and Amalek, the stock of the tribe of the small hats, his father worshipped gold, you don't think that he taught that to his son and Amalek taught that to his sons? Okay, to worship, all right, riches. All right, everything makes sense, man. Continuing on, all right, it goes on to say, therefore, thus saith Yahweh, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of Yahweh, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. And that's exactly what the Mosai is doing, all right, through alternative media, through the prophets, all right, and they are claiming to be such, wise people, but people are showing them, what is it, lifting up their skirt, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Making, the so-called unlearned men of this world, all right, confound the wisdom of Teman, and of Edom, right? That everything that they've done and they're doing is nonsense, man. Fractional reserve banking, quantitative easing, all right, fucking social distancing, all this stupid ass so-called governmental mind control. That's what government means. Government mind mental control. That their
Come.
policies is retarded.
So,
All
like,
right.
I was just gonna say that this man's not fit to rule, bro.
Con. So, and that's pretty much it on my end. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah. So the Most High is gonna bring a whole bunch of niggas, heathens, against this man. And that goes back to Obadiah, man. All the Confederate that was with thee, shall deceive thee. You see what I'm saying? So all these niggas that you thought was like, look, the main thing right now they talking about in the financial sector, people are like, yo, Saudi Arabia not even an ally of America no more, because they're not taking oil in U.S. dollars, man, which is going to
Come.
hyperinflate the U.S. dollar. So they like, yo, it's over, man. This shit is over with, bro. This shit is completely over with.
Khan, like Obadiah said, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. Saudi Arabia was using that money, propping up this U.S. economy. you know, through that petrodollar bullshit. And now look what happened.
The petrodollar ain't worth shit no more, bro. And its value is vastly decreasing at a rapid rate, man. It's over with, like the ox said.
And they've been planning this. You know what I mean? Ever since the days of their inception of them planning to do the NWO. You know, he's been, matter of fact, Psalms 36 and 4 says he deviseth mischief on his bed. He setteth himself in the way that is not good, and he abhorreth not the evil, you know. So this man is just evil, you know. He's about to bring down the world of hurt on not just you two-thirds, but this entire society, you know. What is it? The BRICS nations are coming out with this currency that's supposed to be $55 to $1 for the US, if you will, you
Con,
know, which goes into that precept that the elder brought out. Which what was it? The James 5 and 3. Go to now ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that
Con is
become
five
upon
and
you.
one.
And I wanted to get that the etymology of the word canker. Or actually, let me just get it in the blue. It says to rust over or cover with rust. You know, so his dollar is essentially worthless, like the elder was saying, man. You ain't gonna be able to buy a loaf of bread with that money, you know. And Esau has been planning this to do away with you, Jackson. And it also goes into these lockdowns because what is he gonna have you depend upon? This universal currency, or no, universal income, that basic income. You know what I mean? And eventually, once he gets you hooked on that, what's next? Hey, if you want to continue to receive this check, guess what? You're gonna have to bow the knee. And Lord will, I'm a part of the men that stand 10 toes down for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, because the elders and the men on down have been warning us of this for a very long time. But I digress. That's what I want to yell. I was gonna say they've been planning this, man, ever since Roosevelt took us off the gold standard back in April 1933. You know,
Con, brother, con. Well, see, y'all brothers had anything else, man? My phone about to die. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I tried to get it on the computer, but I couldn't get in that way, so came through the phone.
Nah, I mean we at almost an hour. If anybody want to get any closing remarks, you feel me? We could do so and then close it out.
I'll get a precept. All right, and we can end it on this one. This is Romans 13:11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe." And we're down to the final seconds of this thing, man. You know, what's so worth it in this society that you're willing to bow the knee to this devil and take his mark instead of standing 10 toes down for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know? So we're coming to the end of this thing. Our salvation is nearer than we believed. Um, just stand strong, gird up your loins, and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, brothers. And that's all I got.
I was gonna say if you can read the scripture right after, and I could break it down.
Come. It says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light." And that was Romans
Right,
13 and 12.
Khan. So what did Yahweh Shah always say? The kingdom is at hand. So the day represents his kingdom. Because in the day is what? The sun, man. All right, which represents that wisdom, man. You see what I'm saying? And we're not supposed to be in darkness, which is symbolic for confusion. So in essence, if somebody want to get Second Esdras 6 and 9, right? This is what it's talking about, man. The night is far spent, meaning the rulership of this goddamn devil, man. All right, all of this wickedness and darkness that we're in the night right now. All right, but the day is at hand, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, and by default, the kingdom of Yasha'Allah. All right, kingdom of Israel. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, stop being of this world, man. The works of darkness is the works of this goddamn devil, his confusion, his wickedness that he pushes, the cup of his wrath, of his fornication, that America, that Americanization, and that Western mindset society, man. Let's push that shit off, man. And let us put on the armor of light. All right, the armor of light. And we know that we're of the children of the light. And in Isaiah, it said that he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Prince of Peace, Everlasting Father. You see what I'm saying? So we're the children of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And we're supposed to put on his armor, which is basically this word, man. You see what I'm saying? Full armor, man. So we got to be prepared, all right, for this kingdom to come and what's about to. And remember in Acts, it says that, uh, roughly paraphrasing, through much tribulation we shall go through to enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. So we can't just go into the kingdom of heaven on some wacky tacky Christian pre-tribulation rapture type thing. All right, we gotta go through this hardships, man. And that honestly, that is Micah. What is that? Um, Micah. Damn. Well, it's in Micah, but Elder Pascal Bar bring it out. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I've sinned against him. The righteous anger. So the Most High wants us to go through, this hour temptation. But if we kept the words of his patience, all right, he's going to keep us from the hour temptation. All right, but I'll leave it at that. If you wanted to bring that scripture real quick out, go ahead.
I got you.
Got him.
This is Second Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Khan. So the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. Jacob is the beginning that followeth, is the day that is at hand. So we're looking for the daylight. We're looking for Jacob to rule. Matter of fact, the whole world is. For when the wicked rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous rule, the people rejoice, man. Esau is the end of the world, and it's almost done. It's far spent. The night is almost over. It's almost dawn, brethren. Akim, Wa Akwath. We only have to go through this oppression a little bit longer, but we have to uh, go through this hardship because it was set up that way. So we might as well prepare our minds, our bodies, our everything for it, man. Lord willing, we of that number. Shalom.
Kai, you go and wrap us up, man.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Khan. So I mean, if nobody got nothing to say, we could close that one out, man. You see what I'm saying? All right. So Lord willing, man. This hour virtual highways and hedges on the unicorn, the internet, was edifying unto the elect, double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone do rule well. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and infinite glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham,
Some,
Yahweh Shai,
Shai,
Ba'asham,
some,
Raka,
Ka,
Kadash.
Dash.
Oh,
All
gosh.
right. Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom until the next time. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Hey, Shalom, Maki, Hamata. Shalom, no, bro.